Hey, Akira. Very good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Aleka. Right. Sorry.
Rekha. Yes,
Uh,
no problem.
could you try if you can switch on your video? I just made you host.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you. Very good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Congratulations. You got
Yes,
selected
thank
in
you, sir.
Trinity. Well,
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
when did this happen?
It's just I recently listened that news from your press team, sir.
Okay, so you got placed today, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is a quickest success story. Usually, when it takes success story, they'll be already working for a few weeks. All right.
Yeah.
So let's begin. Oh, it's already streaming. Good. Good evening, everyone. Um, my name is Ashok Veza. I'll be the host for this success story. I have um, Gujuri Aleka, who have got an offer letter today, actually. And as a, you have the details. Okay, so you are associate data scientist with Trinity Mobility. That's wonderful news. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
All right. So this is actually fourth success story this week. So placements surprisingly is very good. So irrespective of the recession outside, but
It is
not
rapidly
really for
growing
me.
up.
Yeah, actually, there is not much dip for data science and AI jobs. So that's actually reflected in our placements as well. All right. So we want to know your profile, and there are a lot of audience today who are actually watching this, more than 100 plus, including the social media. So I would like to know your profile and how did you begin your journey from the time you decided to look into data science a career option? Where did you join? And yeah, please.
Yeah. So hi everyone. Good evening. So my name is Gujuri Alek, and I am here to express my gratitude to data science, DataMites, and my mentors team, like Kalpana ma'am and Nikhil Hegde sir, everyone. And also I'm grateful to thank you to DataMites. Yes, sir. So particularly I completed my Bachelor of Science in Physics specialization in 2021. After completing my graduation, I simply look for higher education like masters. Then I also prepare for like entrance examination, but unfortunately I am not able to crack that. After that, I see and some of my friends suggest me that you can go to the technical field like IT field. So simply I research about the IT field, and here I am successfully find that data science is the mostly growing field, and it is also aligned to my career, which I want really I am wanting that one. After that, I research much more about data science, and I simply because in my mathematics physics specialization, I am like honor like mathematics and some coding knowledge. So I simply want to apply this mathematics concept and coding language in the field. So here I found data science. So I simply joined in the data science course. Then after that, I successfully completed the course and cracked the mock interview. Then this paid team helped me to get my job.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Why do you want to do data science in the first place? So when is this started? Like what triggered you to pursue career in data science?
So actually, I told you like completed BSc physics. So there I working with small numbers because you are physics graduate, so we need to work with small data set like distance, everything, small units there. And after that, I also honor with math. There I learned like linear algebra, gradient, everything, and like different concept of maths and everything. After that, I simply like want to switch my career in the field where I can utilize my skills and knowledge which I gained in my educational journey. So I find research about many things. Then I found like a data structure and algorithm. like a full stack development, everything. But these are like too much hard for me. Then I found as a data science is a field which is simply required like mathematical concept and also statistics and some coding knowledge. So this is aligned to my career and my knowledge. So simply I switched that one.
Okay, so you meant to say that you chose data science because it's easy? Is that what you say?
No, no, it's not too much easy, but you can say simply say that it is easy, and it is also I love to work with data. Okay, sir. That's why simply choose to this career.
Yeah, so it's because of your passion towards data you would like
Yeah.
to pursue. When was it? Which month? Which year was this?
Actually, I'm just thinking about to switch this career in the 2022, but due to some reasons, I am unable to join at that time. After that, I joined in the 2023 year January March. After that, I successfully completed that.
So it took you really 3 years to get the courage to actually pursue that way. So you've been thinking from 2020, is that correct?
No, no, no. Actually, I completed my graduation in 2021. After,
2021.
yeah, then I prepared for competitive examination and preparing for my masters. But at that time, I'm unable to crack the entrance examination. So then I simply thought that I need to switch my career, where which can fit my career like passion and everything. So I simply found data science in the last of 2022. So simply after that, I talked with the DataMites team and everything. Then I joined in the 23rd January month.
When was the when did you speak to DataMites? So 2023, right?
No, no, I speak with the DataMites in 2022 in the like November and December months. After
Okay.
that, I joined in January.
Oh, okay. So you're from 2023 January batch. It's
Yes, sir.
more than a year, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. So how was your learning? How was your there are different areas of data science, right? You start with Python, statistics, machine learning. Could you share the experience of your learning in different areas, please?
Yeah. So first day I joined your section that where you explaining what is data science and what are the benefits and everything. So first day I got much more excited. After that, I simply joined the class of Python first after completing this curriculum, what is data science and everything. So I joined that Python class. When I simply learned the first programming, I thought that it is too much easy, like simply print hello world. So it's giving me more like so it's feeling me better. Okay, when I simply do the first programming coding there. So I thought that it is too much simple and it is too much easy. So I get more excited. But after a few times, I'm getting much more confusion there, like what is I'm doing the nonsense and everything. But after preparing and joining to more like 1 or 2 weeks, then I got familiar what is like a data science and what is the Python programming, everything. Then simply I learn like what is Python data structure, everything functions and everything I simply learned there.
Wonderful. So it's an inspiring story. And how much time you would put on a daily basis for your preparation? There is 2.5 hour session, right? 2.5 hours is a
Yes,
session.
yes.
And then how much extra time you put per day?
Actually, firstly, I made a big mistake. After completing these classes, I'm just doing my time pass there. I'm not working with Python and everything. That's why it takes too much time for me. After realizing that one, I simply practice much more time Python and doing some coding, questions, preparing questions, everything I'm doing there. So after realizing that I need to focus on my path and I simply like do much practice on much more coding questions, then I got much more familiar there. Yeah,
Okay, so you did not practice much while you're studying. That's the reason you got delayed, is what you're saying. And then
yeah,
once you realize, then you start putting more efforts. And it's actually quite true. I see that a lot of people who practice on a daily basis, once the class is complete, we see that within a month or two, they transition to career.
yeah.
Most of them, right?
That's why I
So
told that I made a big mistake there.
I'm very happy for you, but you realize that you get back on track. Because getting back on track is more difficult than you study at the same time, isn't it? Because you need more discipline. Because no one is actually following up with you. So you have to have more determination, more discipline to do it. How long it took for you to get back on track? What did you do? What kind of materials you referred?
No, I simply go through the DataMites material, what they taught us in the classes and everything. And I also go through the DataMites recorders classes. So simply I get understand what is Python and how it's simply working and everything. Yeah, it only take 1 to 2 weeks to get back to the track. And I simply learn Python in approximately 1 to 2 months. Then.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. So it took 1 or 2 weeks for you to get back on track, which is very good. How did you find machine learning? Because a lot of people are scared of machine learning, right? So what is your experience?
No, machine learning is like a too simple. If you are understanding the concept and how does it works, and if you are practicing on the machine learning concept and preparing what is machine learning and everything, so it is simple and easy. But if you are not trying how does it works and what are the core concepts, so at that time you maybe face some difficulties there. But if you prepare, it's too much easy and simple.
Yeah, glad that it has become simple, but this is not the always case. Always
No,
the
this is
case.
only possible due to the DataMites mentors.
Mentors, correct. It's also the reason that nowadays people are looking for, the employers are looking for applied machine learning knowledge. I'm pretty sure that no one asked you about the mathematics behind the machine learning. Did anyone ask you in the interviews?
No
No, and
one
also
will ask you.
no one asked it. But before 2020, I do remember because I've been coaching people from 2016, 2017. The interviewers used to ask the mathematics. They used to give a white paper and ask people to derive, let's say, the random forest objective function, right? What's the formula for Gini factor? So this is all gone now because people are not really asking you tough questions now because they're looking for applied skills. What they really wanted is that do you have the knowledge of working with the data, implementing machine learning algorithms, and getting the results? That's all. They don't really care about your mathematical basics, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that actually, then you are right because it has become relatively easy now. If someone can put, can I say 5-6 months hard work? Is that what you think is correct time?
Yes. Actually,
If someone
listen,
can,
what happened? If you are taking the classes, at the same time, if you are preparing, it's not take too much time. You can easily crack that.
in your case, you have done it after the classes, and then
Yeah.
it took a little bit, few months time extra for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about the projects you have done, Gujuri. What kind of projects you have done in DataMites?
Okay. So in every algorithm, how does it works and everything, DataMites will explain you. Like for linear regression, logistic regression, every algorithm, they have different kinds of data sets and they are explaining everything. After completing this classes, so DataMites provide me 4 capstone projects, so in which I work there. After completing these 4 capstone projects, they also provide me 2 client projects, so in which I work there. So first one is sales effectiveness, and another one is bank good credit. So I worked on these 2 projects and I did well there. Also, they like evaluate my like what are techniques I use there, what I did there. Also, they evaluate and also they are like giving their feedback. So I simply improve myself and what I need to do there, what I don't need to do there. Every I got there and simply I start that one.
Okay, wonderful. So, what kind of questions they asked in your interviews? Anything specific? Is it a first interview attending, or how many interviews you have done before getting this?
So really, I attended 2 interviews successfully, but first one is I failed in the technical round, and this is my second one. But I also like given some assessment for different kinds of interviews.
So,
But
Trinity
there I
Mobility
failed
is
to
the
crack
second
the
interview.
assessment. Yeah.
The one you're currently joining, Trinity Mobility, is your second interview,
Yes, sir.
right? And one first interview failed, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Tell me about the failed interviews. What are the questions they asked, which where you were lacking?
So actually, I failed only 2 to 3 questions there, but unfortunately they reject me on that. So they simply ask me like create a list and find the like they simply give me a text, okay, and then they mention that find count the each numbers of occurrence there and find the like vowels there, everything they give there. But at that time, I simply failed there.
So they asked you to write a program
Yes.
to finding vowels and other things. It's more like a regular expression is what they're looking at, isn't
Yes,
it?
sir. Yeah.
Okay, it's not really machine learning. That's okay. What are the other questions they've asked in the interview?
No, no, that is for data analysis, like web scraping.
Okay.
So at that
Regarding
time, they
any
are not
questions on
asking. No, no, they
okay, in
did
Trinity
not ask.
Mobile, in Trinity
Yeah.
Mobile mobility, what you have just got an offer, what kind of questions they asked? You don't have to tell the exact question. Maybe that's violating your company's, your employees' privacy. But give me the idea about what kind of questions they ask in general.
So simply they will ask like, what is the machine learning and why you are using that one, okay, and how does it the machine learning is working there, okay, and the machine learning techniques like also they are asking what the in which project you are working there and what are the steps you did follow there and why the steps particular steps is using there, okay, and they also give me some like scenarios and they ask me like which type of algorithm you are going to use there, okay, like supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement, some kinds of. They ask me that, and also like I say, they are using some no, like a data analysis, like a group by functions and aggregation functions. They simply ask that.
Okay. So how much part of your projects helped in an interview? You have done a 4 or 5 projects with the live project with DataMites, right? How
And I
much this
also
project? Yeah.
no, and I also work by myself more than 10 projects. So I simply follow the steps and everything. So after which project you need to do which type of uh, methods and techniques you use there, and what is the problem statement and what you need to do there, and if you are facing some kinds of issues like data encoding or data scaling, why you are using there, everything you need to know there.
Okay. Wonderful. Good. So before I uh, uh, open the channel for question and answers, I would like to ask you. Um, a lot of people try. I mean, some of the people who would worked even harder than you, I know, they're still in the process of getting their career started, right? Some gets a job in a couple of months, right? And some takes 5 months to 6 months. Eventually, most people will end up. But what do you think is different? Like, what is the success factor? What is that you are different from others, which made you to get a job?
So I really go through the whole concept like what is machine learning and how does it work and what are the techniques you need to apply. Everything I go deeper and deeper. Okay, and then I also work on various kinds of projects. So there I got knowledge. What is the real world problems and what types of scenarios you need to face there and which types of machine learning you are going to use there. I simply know that. So due to I think these all the concepts and like the technical and conceptual knowledge I have. So it's made me different from others there.
Okay, very well said. So it's more conceptual is what you think, and then it's most the focus you put in you put into the preparation while going to the interview. And it's really good that you cracked in the second round because, to my knowledge, a lot of people on an average fail in 2 to 3 interviews before they actually crack the real job, right? So it's good job done. Any other things you would like to tell as a message? There are a lot of aspirants today watching your video. And as I said, the people, someone like you with a modest background, not very coming from technology, studied for 6 to 8 months and then cracked, is a really inspiring story. It actually gives a lot of inspiration to others who would like to follow your path. What would be your message to them?
So simply go through the concept what the data mice is teaching you and don't go through outside materials and everything. Okay. After completing this techniques, and you need to really apply in the real problem, and you also need to practice on Python programming and everything. Okay, and also you need to know a little bit about statistics and their concept. Okay, like a central limit theorem, measure of central frequency, like this one. After that, you need to prepare machine learning well. Okay, so if you machine learning and machine learning techniques like encoding, scaling, data balancing, these techniques you must need to know there. After that, if you practice on lots of projects, simply you can crack the interviews.
So in a nutshell, what you're saying is if you practice the material of DataMites, it's good enough. You
Yeah.
just have to practice well and look into the projects, look into data engineering related concepts, feature engineering concepts, including the standardization and all the core concepts.
Yeah.
That should be good enough, right? What part do you think soft skill actually play? A lot of people come and tell me that, sir, my language is not good, my communication is not good. Can I actually make it? What do you think about it? Is that really matter? Communication skills, of course, decent is required, but what is your perspective on that?
You can also see what kind of my communication is here. But I don't think that communication is matter there. But when they are going to ask you some kind of question, at that time you must need to like articulate what are the concepts they are asking and what kind of techniques you are applying there. So if you simply able to explain the concept and everything, then it is easy for you.
Okay, wonderful. So I agree with you because machine learning AI has nothing to do with languages, not as English, right? Communication doesn't mean that you speak a flawless, polished English. It means that you're able to communicate your ideas.
Yeah,
It's okay if there are grammatical mistakes, but confidence, clarity of the concept is what is appreciated in the
clarity
current
is
world.
most important there.
Right. So as you see, Gujuri himself said, he has a modest communication skills, but he managed to land up in a very good job, very progressive job, I would say. And that's because he's very clear about the concepts and is confident in communication, right? That's what matters. Now I open the channel for questions. Please ask. You can put it in all the audience. You can put it in the chat box if you're in Zoom. If you're on LinkedIn or YouTube, you can write us a comment and the DataMites team will transfer it over here. Okay. You can also use Q&A section from Zoom as well. That will work. I request DataMites team to watch the other channels. So let me know if there is any question coming. Okay. One question. What are the materials you have referred in your preparation, both in learning and for interviews? I think you already answered it. Maybe one more time.
So first I go through the data mesh material, okay, what they are provided. Then after understanding the core concept and how does it typically works, I make another one material related to that material, okay, for my simple reference, and I simply practice that one. Actually, you don't need to speak like all the process. You simply need to speak the keywords, okay, so anyone can get that what actually you are going to say. So that's enough.
Okay. Another question. Do they ask you to write Python coding in the interviews?
Yeah, they will also ask you Python coding and also like create some functions. Everything they will ask you, as well as they will also ask you the what is the like theoretical part also from coding.
Okay, so that's a clear answer. I think I agree. I agree with you. I have a question from Abel Samuel, and the question is how long time is necessary for this course? Okay, it's more for data mites. Certified data scientist, which is a course a jury has taken. It's 8 months course, including the live project which you do with the client. So it takes about 8 to 9 months. Okay, so I have another question from LinkedIn. And it says, how was the interview process? Have you got any preparations from DataMites? That's from LinkedIn.
Okay, so data might also provide you some materials like what is the machine learning, some like by default what they are providing everyone. Okay, so simply they provide some materials related to machine learning and some questions regarding the all the kinds of machine learning and techniques, everything. So simply go through the materials and the questions, and you also can Google what are the common questions asking from interviews. So it's gonna be easy for you.
Wonderful. So that's a clear answer. Uh, Another question over here. Are you happy with the placement systems and support? I'm planning to join DataMites.
So before after successfully completing the mock section, mock examination, they will provide you the placement and assistant. So this is to after completing my mock, they also when the first day of completing the mock, after that they also join me in the community. Then they are also sharing my job, sharing the job descriptions and what kinds of jobs they are asking, available, and also they help me to build my resume and everything.
Yeah. So the PAT is what the team we call. So PAT is a dedicated team for placements, and what we the process of the PAT is it is an onboarding process. In the onboarding process, first of all, you have to get the job ready score, which is an aggregated score of all of your learning assessments as well as the final assessment, including the mock interview. A candidate is supposed to get 6.0 plus to get onboarded to the PAT or the placement process. If they don't get the 6.0, they go back and study, they rewrite the exams. Eventually, everyone will get into the 6.0 above. This is to make sure that DataMites sending the quality candidates or candidates who are ready for the interviews with the clients. That's how we maintain the relation with the clients. And then we will prep, we'll send it to the interviews, we'll share the resumes, we'll conduct a lot of interviews internally to make sure the candidate is ready, prepare for the actual client interviews. And then the candidate goes to the client interviews, and sometimes the first time, usually people don't make it. We'll come back, we'll see what are the areas of improvement. Sometimes they will have to resit on certain topics in the class, revise it, and then again, we keep on sending it. There is no such thing as we stop after a few references. We keep on doing it until the candidate actually get placed. And every interviews, we kind of look back, we give a feedback. We also seriously take the feedback from the client because that's the kind of engagement we have. So what is lacking in a certain particular candidate, and we pass it on back to the candidate. And this process proved to be very, very effective. And we have more than 1,000 clients working with us, constantly hiring with us the past couple of years. I have another question from Samuel. Is it compulsory to know the basics all the way from working with database, or we can just follow a specialty? Oh, okay. You can answer this, Gujuri. Essentially, the question is, do we need to know everything from database till the machine learning and everything, or are you good with certain specialties? What is the question?
No, actually, we don't need to go through the deeper and deeper. Actually, we are the data scientists, so we simply need to extract the data and do some data manipulation there. So if we are comfortable with the basic of the data management system, maybe it's easy.
Wonderful. A question from Vaibhav. I have another question from YouTube, and it says, how was the training session? Did DataMites provided any internship? Will this internship help you?
Yeah. So after successfully completing your classes, they will also provide you for caption project. Then you need to go through they will also provide you some internships. Okay. In internship, you are going to work with the real world scenarios. Okay. So here I work in two caption, two real world projects. So after completing your classes, they will also provide you the internship and also internship experience letter.
Okay, you also get experience letter, which really helps you make some difference in your job applications and your interviews as well. I think I've taken a lot of questions. I have questions here, Q&A as well. A question from Tore. How will you arrange the live sessions for African student who wish to study? 80% of the classes, DataMites have offices across India, 7 or 8 cities, Bangalore being the headquarters, but about 70 to 80% classes are online. So more than 50% students are coming from abroad, and African continent is one of the biggest contributor for it. So you have a lot of people from Africa attending these sessions through the Zoom channel, just like what you are doing right now. And also the remote and internship is also remote. They do everything virtual. There are very few students who actually take the visa and come over here and study. If that's also a possibility. But I highly recommend, be comfortable at your place and learn. It's all about how much effort you put in. Online is a perfectly good channel. I have another question from anonymous attendee. The question is, can a weak student in statistics crack interview? Do an interview, they ask to solve statistical questions. That's a question for you. Can a weak student crack statistics interview? What do you think?
Yeah, I can also suggest you. I'm also weak in statistical core concept. So literally, I simply go through the basic of statistics, like inferential and descriptive statistics, and what is central limiter. There are certain things you must need to know. After that, you don't need to go through the whole mathematical and everything. If you know the basic, you can also easily crack the interview. But some interviews,
Okay.
they will also ask you the core concept also.
All right. So I have answered a few questions myself. They are simple questions. Let me see if you have any questions. I think we answered a few questions from YouTube, not very specific. There's a question from Abhishek saying, is there any job available in Ahmedabad? This is a very common thing I would like to address. So we also have some people from different places asking for jobs in their hometown, which is still understandable. But there are people asking job in the next lane, right? They want to reach their office in 10 to 15 minutes. But let me tell you, I don't know where is this expectation coming from. Starting a career in data science, it's not tough. A lot of people are doing it. In fact, DataMites managed to have a 4 success story this week as well. But it's not just because of DataMites. It's because of candidates' hard work, right? And the flexibility. There are people from other countries coming to Bangalore and working because the first 1 year of your experience is invaluable. You have to start somewhere. You should look for a good company with a good job role, right? Which is giving you a lot of opportunity to learn. Definitely not a comfortable place next to your house. Having said that, you're talking about Ahmedabad. We have a physical presence in Ahmedabad. I think that is possible. I'm not sure, is there any jobs already placed by DataMites in Ahmedabad? I need to check with the placement team. But that can be done. But again, I'm going to tell you, please give more preference to the company and the kind of work over the location, at least for the first 1 year. Once you have 1 or 2 years experience, you are a senior professional now, not senior, at least 2 years experience professional. Then you can choose your comfort level, where I want to work, what kind of work, right? But just don't put too much of restriction when you're entering the job market, okay? Abhishek, that's for you. But your question is valid. Let me check and get back to you. I don't have a data about Ahmedabad, right? All right. I think I have no further questions. Very good. Gujuri, very happy for you, and I wish you all the best in your work. Add good value to Trinity Mobility. The people going from DataMites, we always get they're doing fantastic in their job. This is what makes these employers to come back and hire more. So if you do good, you'll also get more jobs from DataMites, more aspirants from
Definitely, I
DataMites.
will do well, sir. There.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for your time. Wish you all the
Thank you,
best.
sir. Thank you. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye, sir. Bye.